Is my mic on? I think we hot right
I
now.
think Freddie's mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
We back at it, y'all. What's up?
I'm your new host.
Podcast. I don't know why my mic was muted, but everybody else was on. But so we're gonna shout out the regulars here again, man. We got Legend back in the building.
Yo, what up?
What up?
Yo, yo,
Yo, yo.
Reflection back.
I'm here.
What's happening?
What's up? What's up with that boy 80 West?
You already know, man. You already know.
Hey, it was good.
And we got Stephanie back. Make it make sense.
Get it. Gotta clap for the lady, you know.
So check this out, y'all. Y'all see the topic today on the bottom of the screen. It said social media creating unrealistic expectations for the youth and also relationships. I know we all pretty much got social media accounts, man, and you know what we see on there daily. Even when you're not looking for certain things, there's gonna still be things that pop up on your feeds, man. You know, we see it look like on social media, it looks like everybody living their best life, everybody rich, every female is bad as shit, and that's a 10. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get y'all opinion, man, about today's social media. Y'all think it's creating false expectations, man, and unrealistic standards that just can't be attainable? I'm gonna start over with you, Reflection.
I think Facebook is now a platform and a room full of magicians. And it's their job every day to abracadabra the shit out of your ass to make you believe that they have what they're selling you. From their car to their house to their flawless, perfect relationship. Everybody is falling in love with filters, money, niggas claiming to be gangsters, the realest niggas in the streets, catching bodies, employment. They got the best job ever. Kids are doing great. I just think Facebook is a hoax now. It's a mirage. It's like a nigga walking through the desert and everything he see, he don't even know is not even real. It's not even real no more. There's nothing healthy you can get off Facebook. You damn sure can't have a healthy relationship on Facebook or off Facebook. Your relationship is definitely influenced by Facebook on so many levels. Guys have access to your girl on so many levels, continuously, day and night. Your girl can wake up and there's a nigga in her DMs through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter. So I think all levels and all platforms that's social media related is deadly, it's dangerous, and it can demobilize anything. That's what I think.
Oh, appreciate that, man. 80 West, man. What's your opinion on this?
Man, like anything else, it got its pros and its cons, man. I think for the most part, since it's so necessary on a lot of levels, motherfuckers then got consumed with it. You know what I mean? And that's when I think it becomes a problem, is when people become consumed with it or influenced by the shit that they see going on, man. You got a lot of people you got a lot of folks, man, that's trying to live their life like the shit that they seeing. We was having this discussion a day or so ago, and they were talking about how like this generation, the kids be like depressed and this and that and other. I'm like, damn, when we was 16, 17, we didn't even know what the fuck depressed was. And a lot of it derives from the where they comparing themselves to people online, comparing themselves to the people they see, you know, through the social media and things of that nature. So, and then also the impact that it has. Like when we was younger, we didn't have YouTube where you can, you know, at the, you know, touch of a button, just play the video that you wanted to see. We had the jukebox where somebody had to call, you had to pay for it and all. So they see it at a higher magnitude of any and everything. Shit that you don't even want to look for sometimes, like my man said, be popping up all the time. You know what I mean? And as far as the influence on the youth, you know, the youth is easily influenced between the music and the damn social media. They seeing all type of goofy ass shit. And they seeing goofy shit. This generation promote goofy shit. Shit that we would have never thought about promoting or putting online, or, you know, having everybody in your mix about, or like these dumbass pranks and all that old goofy ass weird shit they be doing. We in a different time, man. This shit is just it's so different, and it's like everybody looking for instant gratification. You know what I mean? Just look how things have changed, from the DoorDash to the Instacart. You can Amazon something, it be at your crib when you wake up in the morning. Like, people want everything now. You know what I'm saying? That's the other problem, you know, behind it. Like, people want everything instantly now because we live in a generation where you can just get on an app and have food delivered to you, or you can get on an app and meet a new woman, or you can get on the app and you know, do about damn near anything. There's an app down there for anything that you can think of. You can't cook, look on the app. Like it has its pros and its cons. But if you're a businessman or if you're a business person, you know what I mean, it could work wonders for you. You know what I mean? If used the right way, you know, a lot of people are building businesses straight off of their social media sites alone. You know, a lot of people don't even got websites. They doing better, or if they have websites, they doing better on their social media than they are, you know, getting more traffic through there than they are on their websites. So it's got its pros and cons like anything else. But I think for the most part, for the youth, it's making them lazy. Like it's making them not want to be productive because if it ain't what they see on there, they don't really want to do it, or they spend so much time consumed with it that they're not doing it any damn way. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it, man.
Legend, man.
Thank
As
you.
far as the youth
Definitely
and
can apply
social
that
media,
shit.
what are you seeing the youth are going through?
Me? Are you talking to
Legend.
me?
Oh, I ain't hear you. My bad. Shit. I mean, like, as far as can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah, man. Like, as far as like, do I think social media is creating unrealistic expectations of the youth? Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people before I take it back like this, right? Before we really before social media was as prevalent as it is right now, right? We had I remember when and some of y'all might remember this shit, but remember when what's that chick over in England, Princess Diana? Remember that shit? She got married and all that.
Yeah.
They had the whole wedding and all that. Like that shit was aired on TV. And and again, I have to reiterate, that was before social media was so prevalent. But people was stuck on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That people was stuck on whatever seemed like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to emulate. So now it's like you take that shit and now social media is around. It's like 80 said, man. It's like we have so much access to that shit that it's life like real life is watered the fuck down, bro. Like niggas wanted to be females wanted to be princesses and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got people catfishing. Like the homie said, motherfuckers is putting filters on, like 10 different filters. Like people, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really when you see what's not real, then yes, that's what you expect. That's what you expect to see in real life. And a lot of the shit in today's youth, they believe everything that they see on social media. They believe everything that they see, seemingly everything that they fucking hear on social media. And social media, like the devil is, niggas be like, yo, the devil is a lie. The devil is for real. Social media is the new lie. You know what I'm saying? Social media, you can't believe shit because now we got this AI taking over every motherfucking thing. You can't even watch a YouTube video without AI narrating the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It was shitty before AI.
it was shitty. Yeah, it was definitely shitty. But it's worse now, bro. Like that whole AI shit is just nuts, bro. Like the videos I see, the videos I watch of what people narrating, you don't know it's AI until you hear when you hear the enunciation of certain people's names or words or whatever have not. But anyway, I digress, man. Like social media, like I said, man, like it definitely creates an unrealistic expectation because today's generation, they go off of and they base their life off of whether it's through music, whether it's through these rap niggas or the sexy reds, like they base what they want out of life from what they see. Nobody's really watching TV no more. And nobody's sitting down in front of the crib, sitting in the crib in front of a TV watching that shit. All of the information then coming from the news. Everything that people are learning and everything that all of the information that we absorb today is on social media, and a lot of that shit is false. And as far as the dating shit go, I'm gonna touch on that right fast. I was watching. I'm gonna use this shit as an example right fast, right? I saw this video on Facebook. It was like it was a reaction video, and the dude was watching these females. It was like some kind of podcast or some shit like that. And the chick said, she was like, yeah, this nigga gave me like $30 for lunch. And I'm thinking to myself, like, $30? Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this shit? Like, next time I'm gonna tell him send me $100 or we done. And all the other females was agreeing with that, right? So when females watch that shit, like I said, like they see that shit, that's what people get influenced off of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck, bro. I'd have been to dinners, like sit down dinners with wifey, and my meal, neither one of our meal even cost $30. But again, like when you have these chicks like, yo, why this nigga taking me to Cheesecake Factory on the first date, or he not if he gonna take me out, he gotta take my 2-3 homegirls out, or I gotta grab some food for the kids at home, and that's what they doing, and that's what we seeing on social media. We not seeing on TV, we seeing on social media. So yeah, that's what people think this shit is about, and that's not what this shit is about in reality, my nigga, my peoples.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, man.
That's what's up, Steph. What you saying on social media? How you feel, especially when it's directed towards the kids?
I think social media is fake as fuck. I think I know where social media was created, obviously, by our government, because they use it in their CIA program, right, for facial recognition. So let's get that out the way. But the reason I have, if I didn't get paid by social media, I wouldn't have social media. But I don't use social media to try to, front or none of that. Like I get emotional on social media, and the reason why I do that is because I understand that we're conditioned. If we look at mental health and as it links to social media, right? We are told that it's being emotional, you're weak, that it's not okay to have emotions, and that's bullshit. Because the purpose of grieving is to process your emotions so you can move forward, right? So because of what social media and everybody tells us, I'm not going to follow the lead. I think that by using my platform to attempt to create a safe space so other people can feel comfortable to voice their opinions and share how they're feeling. Because the reality is life is not cupcakes and rainbows. I don't got hella money. I don't got the biggest house. I don't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking to you real talk. I don't got the best job. I don't got none of that. And I don't want to try to front like I do have none of that. You know what I mean? I have to work my ass off, like multiple jobs, to have this little bit of shit that I do have. So I never want to create this fake ass front, because I'm aware that everybody's putting on this fake ass front. You know what I mean? And I don't want to move like that. And I try to, talk about things that will educate people. A lot of people be like, what the fuck is she talking about? You know what I mean? But it's just the people that want to move forward in life are gonna reciprocate to that info, right? And the other people are more, steered towards filters and this fake ass front. But I'm well aware. I think, yes, it impacts everybody, but I think it's just like gambling. You wouldn't bring, elementary student to the casino to gamble because it's addictive, right? Same thing with the social media. I think they should put some limits on it, because it has created a bunch of followers. There's not a bunch of leaders. It's created this fake ass front. Kids their motivation's gone. When we were kids, we were out there playing tag till that light came out. You know what I mean? Or knocking on doors and running. Well, my kids, they go outside, but if they go outside, there's not hella kids like when we were kids. You know what I mean? There's not hella kids playing outside. So I think it impacts kids on a developmental level, on an emotional and mental level.
And a social level, because they don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
All
They can't even communicate.
They don't have no social skills, man. These kids lack social skills. Trust me, like I see it on a regular basis. They don't know how to spark up a conversation. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to socialize, because their whole world is done digitally. You know what I mean? Their whole world is done through text messaging, and you get more people now that say they would rather text message a conversation than to call somebody, than to actually have and that's sad. And I think
it's hella sad.
For me, I think a lot of people do that too, so they can hide, because it's giving you an opportunity to hide from your accountability. You don't have to face the facts right away. You can, not text a motherfucker back. You can do all type of weird shit when it comes to that. When you have a conversation with somebody, you actually have to be able to socialize and know how to articulate yourself. You know what I mean? And I think this generation lacks that, because everything just think about it. You can order your DoorDash and they never got to even see a human being. Your food will get to your door without never seeing another human. You know what I mean?
Groceries even. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a domino effect.
yeah, and so that's gonna come with a lot. You know what I mean? On the back end, when it's time for the next generation to come, because they're gonna be even further off than the ones that's out now. So I think it does.
I'm gonna talk about these kids, and I'll probably do the next segment more on the relationship for the adults. But back on these kids, man, I think the biggest things with the kids that's messing them up is actually
Soft porn,
the goddamn adults. No, nigga, we're not talking about you. We talking about the damn adults.
sexuality on
See?
Facebook,
We
social
talking about
media.
porn.
Social media
It's not even a porn that's
it
messing kids up.
introduces your
Let me tell you.
child to a lot higher
Listen,
sexuality.
Listen, it's
Man,
not even
when's
the
the last
porn.
time you?
It's not the
When?
porn messing them up.
No, I said it introduce your child to a lot higher sexuality.
Let
So
me tell you, I'm gonna tell you what's introducing the kids before that. It's the goddamn parents. Y'all out here embarrassing the kids. What about the mamas out there ain't got no clothes on, bent over and all that weird ass shit, twerk dancing and all kind of dumb ass shit. Fuck porn and fuck strangers. How many kids got parents on social media doing that shit?
Yeah, that's real.
On top of that,
No, but
then you got little
not.
boys. Hold on. You got little boys watching their ignorant ass daddies on social media. Cuz. Blood. Hey, blood. On the dead homies. Every other word. Can't talk, can't speak. Sound stupid as shit.
Yeah.
They see all that stuff, man. Look what they looking at. They looking at Faux Extra, Crip Matt. People like that. Like, come on, man. Grown men. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to the youth. Because that's all I'm saying on TV
also,
right now.
right. Also, speaking on the youth, the reason why I brought up sex is that's one of the most impactful acts that we as humans indulge in. So you have to speak on the sexuality on Facebook. Soft porn, it's been introduced to kids on Facebook at a high level. That's why you got your pedophiles going to social media. You got rapists going to social media. And when is the last time anybody on this panel taught their child the birds and the bees? We don't even educate our kids as parents. Sex education, birds and bees.
When other people put stuff on social media, we can't help it. We can't control what they put on there. Why can't we control?
No, I'm saying social media is now the new sex education.
This. I'm just trying to speak on what's close to home. Niggas can't even control their parents. Let's start there first. Can we get your mama from bending over on social media off there first before we worry about niggas we don't know? Like, think about your kid going to school. Tell me, yeah, I seen your mama like that. Your mama had her ass cheeks out. Your mama was splitting. Your mama was twerk dancing. And then showing all the kids in the class.
Yeah.
Now your kid at school embarrassed as shit. Let's start with home first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the strangers.
That's real shit.
Go ahead.
I've dealt with that in-house. I've definitely dealt with that in-house. I don't encourage that at all. I don't promote it at all. I think it's a sad situation to where if you're involved with someone who displays themselves like that, then you have to ask yourself, what do you do? Do you sacrifice the home and leave, or do you try to stay and fight the good fight, and then hopefully through that transition it will change? Because if your wife wants to display herself like that, or your fiance, or even your girlfriend, what are you gonna do as a husband or fiance to control how she displays herself on social media?
Or your mama, because we talking about the youth.
Right. So as a family member, even, or a partner of that person that's displaying themselves, how can you come to them and say, hey, could you stop doing this and that, or show, because it's embarrassment to me, or it's embarrassment to the kids, or whatever like that? How do you even handle that?
You can't handle that because the mama.
You can't, because if they don't have common sense, they're not going to reciprocate that.
See, Larry,
the mama trying to be friends with the kids. You got too many adults trying to be friends with the kids instead of being their parents, and so they getting on there competing with the kids about who gonna get more likes for a twerk dancer, who gonna get, or they putting goofy shit on. Like I said, you got the young ladies following the shit that they seeing, and then you got the fellas making new motherfucking rules and shit that ain't never been part of the game. Motherfuckers get on them young boys getting on social media. It was some young boys that just got sentenced. They had stole a car, and we talking about some young boys too. They was 13, 15 years old. One was 11, and they ran somebody off the road. The dude that was on his bike, he was riding his bike, and they ran him off the road, and he ended up dying. succumbing to his injuries or whatnot. So the way the boys got caught, so the lady called, you know, the police or whatever, like, you know, found the person or whatever, whatnot. And then she had a daughter that was the same age as the boys. She showed her mom the phone, and the boys was on there live while they was driving, and you can hear them talking about bump dude off the road and do all this. Like, so they in a stolen car on going live, you know, just to get. So that's what I mean. Like, this social media has opened up a new world of fuckery. You know what I mean, for these young kids. You know what I mean? It's giving them an opportunity. You got to think about it. When we came up, you actually had to be popular for people to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Now you can get on there and do some goofy shit and end up getting, you know, 200,000 views on something that, because it was entertaining. People is using your idiocy for entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of that going on. And that's why you get so many young boys, you know, putting themselves in bad situations. You see it on there. How many times you see the motherfucker going live and he talking shit about the rival ops and everything else and get his ass killed, blasted while he on his live? You know what I mean? It's becoming a thing that it's out of hand, man. And I think it's only gonna get worse because it's gonna create a generation of dummies. You know what I mean? Like
I think it already has. But I think we have responsibility too as parents. That's why I choose, because I think when you said a whole bunch of dummies, I think that's what they want. They want a bunch of workers that are so dumb they can't question anything, right? They want you to go to work, do what you're told, and that's it. And I think it's already past that point. So I feel like, and I keep pushing this individuality shit, because that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. That's why I choose to approach social media different, because I want to talk about the things that, like educational things that nobody's talking about. I want to approach it a different way to teach other people. Like, you could be a leader and do your own thing. You don't got to follow the crowd. You know what I mean? I want to be, I try to be authentic to myself, right? So if I'm having a rough day, I don't give a fuck. I'll go on there and be like, you know, because I know I'm not the only one having a rough day. I know most of the people are too afraid to say that that's what it is. But that's just reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hope that, you know, even if it's just one person, it's going to impact them and maybe show them like it's okay like to be who we are. This is part of life. You know, we don't have to put up a front all the time. And I could give a fuck what anybody thinks of me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we got to be individuals and approach things on the level we have control over. You know, we don't have control over everybody else, but we do have control over ourselves and how we react to what's happening. And we got to try to do something, because it's the kids that are going to struggle and suffer at the end of the day.
Well, Facebook is also people's new therapist. It's their new psychiatrist. They don't have to pay for an actual psychiatrist or therapist. The downside, because they need an outlet, but they don't know how to be disciplined with that outlet. Look at even kids when they have an issue with their parents, they go immediately to Facebook and post that issue. That issue should be dealt with internally, not externally. When you look at partners, when they're having a breakup, that person goes on Facebook and posts the issue that they're having with their partner. So it removes the privacy and the respect and the protection of families. So on so many levels, social media needs to be structured and handled. But at the same time, I guess we all can take more accountability, because, like you said, it's a catch-22. I would have to slightly disagree with that, because if I'm a businessman, I'm going to only allow business-minded and business-like traffic on my Facebook. So I think we all can control the traffic that we do have on our Facebook. Now, sometimes you want to build your numbers, and you can't always designate who you want to follow you as far as like business-minded people. So sometimes you're going to accept the person that you don't know, and their lifestyle might be a little risque. But at the same time, you don't have to accept that. And once you learn their lifestyle, you can delete them. You can get rid of them. So I think we all can filter that. But overall, I don't believe social media is healthy at all.
It's not. So I want to get more into the dating part now, or let's get into the adult side of social media, whether it's dating, whether it's the shit that we seeing on social media. Also, you being in a relationship, is social media causing harm in some of your guys' relationships?
It's very.
currently doing it?
Yeah, it's in the past and it's current.
I think it could.
I think it's bad because while you're asleep, your partner is up on Facebook, or vice versa. While I'm woke, she's up on Facebook, or vice versa. And there's nothing good depending on the algorithm that your page has. So if you have a lot of game conversations on your Facebook, you're going to be influenced under that. If you got a lot of single women that's talking about men and downing men on the Facebook, she's going to be influenced by that, and vice versa. So it does affect relationships. If one man buys his girl uh, uh, um, a $30,000 ring or whatever and takes her out on this Dubai trip for her birthday, then that puts pressure on the man now because he's got to try to step up to the plate. Or let's say he doesn't know about that, and now she's expecting that for her birthday, so she's going to bring it to your attention. So it definitely does put some pressure. If it don't separate the relationship, because I was always an advocate to say Facebook can't separate or affect your relationship. But now I have to dispel that, believe it or not, because for a fact it can put pressure and even separate you from your significant other, for sure.
I disagree. I
You
disagree. I think
disagree?
it could. I think it could do that. But I think again, it goes back to individuals. I wouldn't be with a person that's going to allow. First of all, nobody wants to be with a person that's going to entertain these strays on Facebook or social media. And it's inevitable. Everybody's going to get DMs. Everybody reaches out to everybody. Okay, maybe that gives them easy access, but we can't control those people, and we shouldn't have to try to. We got to know and be solid with who we're with, and know that my person is not going to entertain these traits. You know what I mean? And if your person is somebody that does, then you know where you stand, and you got to kick their ass to the curb and value yourself and say, look, I love myself too much to settle and accept this. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
I'm not going to say give up, because we got a lot of people giving up real easy. Voice your concerns, and if they don't respect it, then they got to go.
But look, this is the thing about it. Even if you in a wholesome relationship, you know what I mean? The access that is available is the bigger part about it. You know what I mean? Not necessarily whether because if you was gonna jump, you're gonna jump, whether it was on at the grocery store or if it's on Snapchat or whatever. You know what I mean? So that loyalty just lies within the individual, but the access that people have to it, the like my man said, when people are having a hard time in their relationship and they go talk about it on social media, you know what that does to everybody else around the people? It make them think that, okay, they got a weak spot right now. If somebody wants to try to holler, that's their perfect time to come in and try to holler when they know something going on. Or, or even if it's not, from your side reaching out to somebody else, it's the fact that people who know you, like it's people on my face, on my social media that I've known for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? People I might not have talked to in 10, 15 years. But it gives them the access to be able to reach out. You know what I mean? So that could be with exes, that could be with enemies, that could be with all of the above. You know what I mean? But it's about the access. When people get into it, it's so easy for somebody to be able to say, okay, well, I already know I can go on here and get with such and such, or I can get on a dating app and do this and do that. Like it take away from people actually trying to make things work. And not everybody. But what I'm saying is, it's like a quicker turnaround rate when a motherfucker be with somebody, and the next thing you know, they was somebody else. Next thing you know, there was somebody else. That should happen because they online. Them is people that they entertaining on a regular basis, got them lined up, or got access to it for whatever reason. It makes it. I don't know, man. It's for relationships. That shit is weird.
But
Social media,
if
man,
somebody, I think
it's
that's where
all
you
bad.
communicate and
Like,
say this is where this is what's not acceptable from the jump, right? I think as human beings, when our emotions are involved, we instantly react. We don't think about shit, and even if we try, it's illogical, right? And like that's a no go. Like my personal business, whatever just because you bump heads. If you got somebody that you bump heads with, and then they step out or they go left, then that right there, off the jump, and it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't no relationship perfect. Everybody has arguments. Everybody has disagreements. I think that the problem with, as far as relationship wise, is I think men and women are speaking two different languages. It's like me speaking to you in a foreign language, right? And you don't understand it, and it's vice versa. I think men know that women are emotional, and I'm not a dude, so I'm just giving, what I think. I think that they maybe think women are emotional, or they know that, and they're not very direct and straightforward. Like for me, don't I need you to put it to me straight. Like tell me straight up so I can understand, right? Because if you tell me, like you guys, a lot of men use like paraphrases, or they'll just say things, but they're without telling you straight up what it is. Like I don't want all that. I don't want somebody to feel bad for. Tell me straight up so we can be on the same page. You know what I mean? Don't worry about my feelings. We're grown. We're adults. We can take it. And I think it's the same with us. We kind of don't say things straight up because we don't want you guys to feel like oh we're overbearing, or
Are you
we're insecure.
are
There's
you referring to
a lot
social
of things.
media, or are you referring to just in a relationship with somebody?
Both of them on social media, because a lot of things are posted
You
on
want him to
social
be
media.
open
A lot of things are
and
posted on
open
there.
to you on social media?
No, I don't want my business on social media when it comes to my relationship. Period. Straight up.
I know what I was asking
But
you
what I'm
was because
saying is,
you made statements of like, I want a guy to be upfront and be open and this and that, but we were talking about social media. So I'm asking you,
Mhm.
you wanted him to say
Yeah,
all that on social media, or are you talking
no,
about
no. What I'm
private life
saying is
behind the
that's how people
scenes?
communicate these days. They'll post like crazy shit on social media. Like I'll give you an example. I got a friend, right? And of course I talk to her, so I know what's going on, right? So I'll know what's going on, but instead of it's like if she's upset, she'll go on there and post all the business. She'll either do that or she'll post paraphrases, right? Even though maybe other people are probably like, what the fuck? I know that she's trying to indirectly throw shade at her dude, right? And it's just like little shit like that. I don't want my personal shit on social media. But what I'm saying is, since most people use social media to vent their shit out or communicate, the bottom line is whether it's in person or on social media, we got two different languages. I'm speaking to you in a foreign language and vice versa when it comes to relationships, and whether that's in person or voicing that on social media, it's a problem.
Yeah. I
Social
think
media.
like this
If you
when
vent
it
your
comes to
shit out on
social
social
media,
media, that's a
I
problem.
think that you need to just keep your relationship off social media. Period.
I
Yep.
was gonna say
Just
that.
keep it off of there because you got people watching, you got people
Yep.
hating, you have new relationships that you might have just started with somebody, and here come a hating ass friend or a hating ass stranger you don't even know in your
Mm-hmm.
inbox got something to say about that person you talking to or
Yeah,
dating.
Mm-hmm.
All because they mad at the person. You know what I
yeah,
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
that shit off social media for
Yeah.
real.
Real
For
shit.
real.
You know, but
I agree with that. But
Hey,
also
but
I
it's safe
think
to say that most people don't think like we think.
yeah, but then also too
And that's
back to
just
what you were saying reflection earlier about the access part of it. That's the one bad thing about social media. Being in a relationship, you can be with somebody that's committed, right? But at the same time, you can be with a committed person that somebody always have, like you said, access to your partner. You
yeah,
know,
Well,
you got a
it's now.
million niggas got access to your girl.
Huh.
A
Well,
million.
for me, y'all know I'm always transparent. I'm still in partnership with the mother of my kids. I'll say when I met her, we had a relationship for 2 years strong. Once I realized the direction she was going, whether it be due to her being in CPS when she was a child, whether it was her being too young for me, whatever those barriers were, instead of me disengaging completely, I focused on the child that wasn't mine, right? So, long story short, she hibernated under my umbrella because I was the foundation financially, even to this day, fast forward. So, her and I do not have a relationship, quote unquote, that I take pride in, but we do have a relationship due to me being the foundation that keeps her alive and well, that keeps the kids alive and well. But she ventures out, and it is an embarrassment due to social media. I've been out and I've had homies respect me. They know I'm a stand up dude and everything like that. And then next thing I know, my baby mom is posting risque videos and all of this, leaving nothing to the imagination. So, as a guy to another guy, that will demobilize the image and the respect that they have for you. Because now when they see you, all they could think about is, yo, I just saw this nigga's baby mom. It's popping it like a
Man, what's some of
this,
the bullshit y'all be dealing with, man? I'm trying to liven this
Reflection, can
thing
I
up,
say
man. Boy,
something?
this sound like a Dr. Phil episode. Boy, we doing
Hey,
sound
and
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 the
hey, let me
energy ain't
just say
that
It
something
does,
much.
right
but
there.
hold up though.
Give me the
Reflection, I
shit. Like, what
respect
the
you.
fuck go on in
wait,
y'all life?
wait,
What's the shit
wait.
you get on
That
social
so
media?
that no,
Tell
that's a
me.
sensitive.
Tell me when you flipped
That's a
out on the dude
no,
one time, bro,
no,
because he was trying to beat at
no.
your
Check
baby
it.
mama.
No, no,
Hey,
no. Check it.
hey,
Wait, no,
There's
hold
always
up
a
though,
how
y'all.
many the niggas ever send a dick picture to you on social media? Like, tell me what's going on
wait,
social
wait,
media.
wait. That's always there's always there's always a method to my madness, and that's a sensitive topic that I just shared
Yes,
live.
Yeah.
That's the
yes.
mother of my child, and I'm raising a child that's not mine. You're not gonna say that intimate conversation with
Yes,
with the loudness because there's emotion
correct.
behind it. So
And it's
so
hard to even say
anytime,
it, right?
yes, it's hard for me to say it, but I have
To
to
even
say it because
vocalize it.
it exists. It exists. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me jump ship or shift gears, analyze why I did that. Because what I just said here live, that's a serious. You share those type of things with counselors and things like that, but I shared it there. But I had to share it because this is what I say when I say Facebook, social media in general is very damaging because you can't separate yourself from the mother of your kids socially. You can do it internally and personally, but you can't do it on that platform. And it's very destructive.
Yes, you can. And I'm gonna tell you why.
But
I
I
just want to
respect
tap
you for
in.
that though, because that is hard to share. And I think just you sharing that opens the door, like I was saying earlier, because we
Yeah.
confront all day. Like we just, it's hard to share. Like it's very hard to vocalize like some of our trauma, but doing that opens the door and creates a safe space for other people to do so
Right.
too, because nobody has a perfect life.
If right, if the moment is right and the
See,
conversation is right, then yeah, you should properly use that. But a lot of people don't know how to filter
see,
that type of
this
information.
is what I'm talking about with social media. See, look down on the screen, look at the comment. You was talking about something. Here he go. Talking about I was about to ask her for her link. You see what I'm saying? This is
Yeah,
social
but we
media.
ain't we ain't gonna entertain that. Larry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. What were you saying?
Hey, we already had this conversation earlier. You better not ever apologize to me ever again in your life.
How?
We already had this conversation. Wow, you good.
Okay.
Hey, respectfully, I appreciate you, baby. But hey, I wanted to touch on reflection. One thing, because there's a couple of points. Like you said that damn, there's a couple of points that you had said that I want to touch on. But I think what it all boils down to is how we use social media, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people that's like like what you just said. You just shared your like your personal experience or whatever have not, and
Right.
I get that cool. But there's also at the same time, other side of that token is I know people where they BM or they BD or they significant other wife, whatever the fuck is, or a husband, they mad because they don't share photos of them on social media. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, why you
Yeah,
don't post pictures of us together on social media? They want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
So
photos I was referring to
hold
are
on,
not
no, no.
supposed to be on Facebook.
Listen. It depends on how you use it, bro. Because you could use it. I use social media for entertainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? Whether
No, this
I'm
is
not on I'm not
sexual.
on
This
X,
is sexual.
I'm not
You
on
can't use that
listen.
material.
I'm not on X. I'm not on TikTok. Only time I watch TikTok videos when somebody share the shit with me. You know what I'm saying? I watch Facebook videos on all types of random shit that you niggas probably not even interested in. And then I watch and I consider, even though it's more media, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But that's like I said, it's more media. But it depends on how you use it, bro. You could use this shit responsibly or you could
Right.
use it irresponsibly. And you could in your case, like what you were sharing with us, you could use it. It can be used irresponsibly where it's not making you look too good, my nigga, or it's not making y'all look too good
At all.
as at all, as a couple, as a unit, as a however you want to, you know what I'm saying, however y'all
Right.
perceive yourself. Or like I'd have been with shorties where they like, yo, why you never post pictures of us when we go out? Like in that, I'm like, yo, you know what? If I posted pictures of us or pictures of you and put in like in a relationship and all that shit, that could be beneficial. It might not. That won't be a detriment to our relationship. It could be a benefit because now I'm not hearing her complain
But
about me
that's
not posting pictures of us. So it depends on how you use social
but
media.
see that
But
leads back.
wait, real quick, 80. I just want one more thing. What the fuck was it? This nigga made me forget my point.
My
Oh
bad.
yeah, real quick. When you said reflection, when you said, and you had a good point. When you got personal problems, and it kind of falls back to when I said it's how you use it. Don't post your personal problems on social media. It's like you said, well, people post their personal shit, and you need a personal solution to personal problems, but instead they post their fucking relationship problems, their personal shit, searching for like social
Attention.
attention. You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about social media, it's social attention. You want attention and you want responses when people ain't got shit to do with your relationship, and all these people could do is really give you bad advice about the shit. So again, it depends on how you how you use the social media.
They
You know what I'm
also
saying?
see
It could benefit you or it could be a detriment to you, man. And that's all I got to say as far
I
as that
got some real good advice though.
they
Stop
also
fucking with
seeking
these hoes,
validation
and
though
you'll be
from people
straight.
too though.
Respectfully.
A lot of times people be on there, they seeking validation from their people too. You know, they want somebody to validate them, whether they wrong, right, or indifferent. Motherfucker could be wrong as hell, but they'll get on there and say what they got to say just to get to feel like somebody on their side or somebody, you know, feeling backing up with that bullshit that they be talking about. That's like some of the biggest problems what I see as far as relationships, especially relationships. Like they'll get on there and you got the men versus women thing now. You know what I'm saying? Where that shit is like at an all-time high. The list of where the women say they don't want to go for dinner, the list of where the dudes say they're not finna do for a woman they just meet. It's creating a crazy balance between men and women as well too, not just in relationships, you know what I mean, but just as a whole.
Well, it's separating families too, and it's getting people fired from their jobs too. Because a lot of the jobs I've worked, I would never post my coworkers sleeping in the break room or sleeping on the sofa. I would never post my coworker fighting the other coworker. That's going to get you fired. So why are people doing that? Getting their coworkers fired just to get
Reflection.
views on their page? Why are they doing that? Why are boyfriends walking into the crib, catching their girl, fucking another dude, and he's sitting there? This is his emotional moment, but he's filming it while dealing with it. That's the bullshit of social media. I would never be walking in on my girl giving it to another dude while holding my phone. That's the moment to where my life goes black. It's been shattered, but yet I got time to post it. And then last but not least, people that's going through traumatic or sickness or they're in the hospital, why are you posting how sick you are in the hospital when you're supposed to be in pain and you're supposed to be sick or you're supposed to be shot up? I get sometimes you want to get some of that information out of there, but a lot of that goes back to attention seeking. And just because that access is there, people are going to use it. It's
Can you
bad.
guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Reflection. I got a serious question for you.
Yep.
Why do you mess with these types of brides?
Because my two reasons.
Like, for real.
One, because I have the same Michael Jackson mental syndrome that he had as an extreme sheltered child. If you do your studies on kids that are extremely sheltered, I'm not talking about kids who are protected by their parents and making sure that I'm talking
But
about parents
you
who are
ain't dumb. You have common sense. You know these hoes are hoes. You know right from
no
wrong.
no.
And you
Let
got a
me
strong.
finish. Let me finish.
You like the type of dude that's in all the
Wait.
inboxes and all the shit on the
There
social
we
media.
go.
I'm about to tell you. It does stunt your attraction level. Now I'm 53,
No.
but my attraction level is still young. So I like younger legal girls. I can't help that because I move
Legal
young.
girl. So
I
you like
act
the
young.
18 and up.
What did nigga say?
I act young. I act young. I'm young and I act young. I don't act 53. So the
But
energy
hold
I
on though,
attract,
and I
I
get that,
attract younger girls.
but do you realize the way people perceive you, I don't give a fuck if you feel. I feel like a motherfucking 21-year-old trapped in an old bitch's body, but you don't see me out there, you know, jumping on tables, acting like I'm 21. So the way
No,
people
but
perceive
did
you,
you
the way
start?
you carry yourself.
But did you leave that from under your parents' reign at 26, 27?
But and I understand that, but you got to stop using that as an excuse.
No,
You're using
I
it
did not
as
use
an
that
excuse
excuse.
because that's the past. Yesterday is history.
You
Tomorrow
asked
is a
me a
mystery. Today's the past.
you asked me a question. You said,
Yes,
why am I continuing to be involved with these type of girls?
these
I
hood
love
rats.
I love more energetic women. I don't like women that's with dull energy. I don't like females that
What
doesn't
the
have
fuck?
attractive energy. Usually the younger girls have the attractive energy. They're spontaneous. They want to do things and spur them on. They'll hop on the back of a motorcycle. Where older women's like, I don't want to do that. So there's a number of reasons why. And when you have them, and when you
The
have a
bottom
sheltered
line is though, you're
mentality, that's still
53. Whether you were sheltered or not, you are 53. And I promise you
no.
off top, if
But
I
I
see
don't
you
feel.
out with the 18-year-old, I'm judging
But you
you all
can't.
day.
But you can't tell me how I feel. You can't tell me how I feel. I don't feel 53.
You're right. I can't
And
tell
I
you how
don't
you
move
feel, and it doesn't
53.
even matter to how you feel. Is not going to matter to me. Let's say I don't
No,
know
it
you and
does.
I see you out.
It does matter. It does
It
matter
matters
because
how people
you
perceive you, and the way you move is how people perceive you. And
you
if you want
can't
people to
you
take your ass serious, you've got to start making some adjustments. Because if you're walking,
no
because
you
I
can't.
promise you, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, you walking around with these hood rats, I know maybe it makes you feel some type of way, but it also makes you look stupid as fuck. Because these girls, it tells me
No,
that you don't know your worth. Straight up.
my I'm good. My
Straight up.
foundation is good because my foundation is good because you have
Why
to
do you
be
need
in a bad
validation? That's
state.
another problem.
You
There
have
you
to
go.
you have to be in a bad state, Steph, as a man. I'm not in a
You
bad
in a bad
state,
state.
Steph. I have two kids, Steph.
Fucking with
I
these
have
hoes.
two
Yes, you
kids.
are.
I have I have two kids in private school, Steph. You know how much one child costs? Now you're gonna get
I
me to
know how much
bragging.
it
You know how
is.
much one child costs? Steph, I have a Tesla and I have a 1998
I don't
Mercedes
care about your
Benz.
material shit
Steph,
or the store, none of that.
I
I
have a
care about,
4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. You have to be in
I
a
don't
bad
care.
state as a man for a woman to bring you down. I'm in a good state as a man. A
Nigga
woman
said,
can't
nigga
bring a
said 98
established
Benz.
man
Do
down.
you see how you're
A woman
measuring
can't
yourself
bring
off
an
your
Nigga said
material
established
shit?
man
98 Benz.
You're
down.
measuring
I
your
Nigga,
was
worth off your
that nigga
material
old
shit.
as me. Nigga shit.
I was calm, but I'm gonna give you what you want. A
I'm
bitch
calm too,
can't
but I'm
bring
gonna let Zach have it because he needs to hear the truth.
a made man down. I'm a made man.
Then why do you keep
So no
talking
matter
about it?
what female,
Then why
I
do you
can
keep
go
talking
home.
about it?
This nigga
Steph,
right here, man.
I can go
Why
to
do you
the
keep talking
whorehouse.
about it? If it doesn't impact you, you bring this motherfucker up
Steph,
every time. If it doesn't, keep it real.
Steph,
If we're gonna talk about
Steph,
it, let's keep it
Shit.
real and
Steph.
let's put it
I
up.
can,
Like, let's be real. The
I
reason
can
why you keep bringing it up is because you want validation from everybody else, and it still
keep
impacts
it
you because you're
up.
not. That's the mother of your kid. Of course, it's gonna impact you. Keep it real. It's all good. Whatever our exes does, it's gonna impact us.
It's not gonna impact me externally. I just told you
Yes, it
keep
does.
in-house in. It hasn't impacted me externally. It hasn't.
Because
How?
you measure your worth off your material shit. What about your mental and emotional
No.
well-being? I promise you, regardless of
Have
what
you
you say,
seen
you
any
ain't
decay?
100%.
Have you seen any decay in my mental?
Yes, yesterday.
How?
You was about
That's
to lose your
passion.
shit on here, and we was just having a conversation that was not even personal,
That
and
that
you was
that has nothing
like
to do
hanging
with
on by a
that has
thread.
not
Keep it up.
Kevin, Steph, I don't need a shrink. You're not a shrink. What
You
happens
need
on this
something because you need to stop fucking with these gods.
What happens on this platform, if you can't structure and handle the conversation on this platform, maybe you shouldn't log on
You
no
didn't
more.
handle it yesterday.
Because this
Yes,
platform is not going to be given to you
that's right.
delicately. Whatever needs to be spoken in the fashion
Take
that
that
each
advice.
individual wants to speak it, they're going to speak it. So I speak it according to
Exactly.
how I feel. If you don't feel that
I
way, then
speak
you
the
shouldn't
truth.
log
Even if
on.
I don't feel it, I speak the truth. So
Hey,
what you just said, hold
Agree,
on.
agree to
Hold on. What you
agree to
just said,
disagree.
you just said, hold
yeah.
up. You
Agree to
just said
disagree, man.
that if
Hey,
people
look,
can't handle the shit on this
You're getting
platform,
off
then they
topic,
should log
Steph.
off. Take that advice
You're
because
making
you was
tonight's
about to lose your shit yesterday. Let's keep it
you're
a buck.
making tonight's conversation about me. It's
It
about
is. Well,
social
I'm
media.
saying as a general because you said the way we talk on this platform, you said if they can't handle it, then they should log off. You was about to lose your shit yesterday. Am I right or wrong?
No,
Am I right?
that's my MO.
Eddie, you was on here.
That's my
Wasn't
MO.
he about to lose his shit?
Steph, that's my MO. I've never turned down the moment Ben say, come on. I've never turned it down. The day I turn it down, that's when you know, oh, he's losing his shit.
You was losing your shit yesterday, which I get it. It was a kind of like a
That's my
it was
MO. I've been
the
on
bottom
that.
line is
That's my
the bottom line is
so what
if
you
you
saying
can't
is,
handle
back
the
to
way we talk on this platform, then you should log
Yeah.
off.
back to the topic at hand. Back to the topic at hand. First, you just complimented me about addressing the personal. Now
No,
you're
I think it's
clowning me on
great, but I
addressing the
just don't.
personal.
But you can't address it and then say the pity party. Oh, pity me and want validation every day because that shit don't fly with me.
What
If you
pity
want to bring
party?
it to me, you can trust me and talk to me about something.
What
But I will not
what
sugarcoat it for nobody.
what pity party are you saying I'm looking for?
Because you
I'm
keep talking
addressing
about
the
this
issues.
subject.
I'm
And
Hey,
that's a
addressing
hard
the
thing to talk
issues
about.
on
Hold on.
social
It is a
media.
hard thing to talk about
hey,
and
y'all
address.
need
And I
to
I'm
agree
appreciate
to
you for that.
addressing the
disagree.
But you
issues.
keep bringing it up. So that tells me that you want a pity party, and I'm
Steph,
not going to do it.
Steph,
Straight up.
They're
Steph,
not listening,
so
80.
Steph,
so
Steph.
Hey,
so
they not listening, 80.
You're you're
I
you're
already know.
spike. You're derailing. You're
I'm
derailing
not derailing
tonight's
shit. I'm
podcast.
keeping it 100 to try to help your
You're
ass. Straight up.
Steph. You're derailing tonight's podcast.
I'm not. I'm
Relax.
just trying to help you because
Relax.
you need a. You're not going
Re,
to get
re, re,
validation over here. I have no fucks to give
Steph,
and no
Steph.
validation to give. I'm fresh out.
Relax.
Hey,
Relax. You're
I'm
Damn.
making it
relaxed.
personal.
hey,
You're
bottom
It's
line,
making
not
it
hey,
personal.
personal.
hey, bottom line is, at the end of the day, this is what social media do to you motherfuckers, because both y'all got y'all crazy ass opinions, and it's
Yeah.
y'all brains have been mushed all goddamn day on your social media platforms, and now y'all both in here on some crazy shit. Nah, but on some real shit though. Hey, on some real shit though, I just think we in a whole nother era. You know what I mean? It's easier for people to have access to a lot of bullshit on any level. As a business person, I mean, it's extraordinary. Like we used to do flyers and shit back in the day, go hang posters up and do all this and that and other, pay for spots. Now you can make money before you even making money on some real shit like online. You know what I mean? So it's got a lot of benefits to it. But as far as the day to day, I think it causes a lot of distractions. The way that people operate, the way that people go about things, I think a lot of it has to do with what they seeing and doing on a regular basis. And that thing is always in your hand. It's always in your hand. I mean, you got to think about it. You consume with it. You'll be in line somewhere, you on your phone. You know what I mean? You waiting for somebody, you on your phone. You pulling up to the spot, you on your phone. Motherfuckers sit in their cars sometimes and be on their phone before they going in and out of their destinations or their locations where they going. You be on that phone a lot or something. I know a lot of people that look at their phone until they go to sleep. You know what I mean? So that access to all that information, it's warping motherfuckers, man. I think it's warping people's brains,
Yeah,
bro. Like for real.
definitely for
Because
sure.
it's really, you could tell just like even through conversation when you talking to somebody, they when in a regular conversation they'll bring up some shit from social media. When people do socialize with each other, they talking about some shit they didn't seen online. It creates too much of a distraction if you're not disciplined with it. I think with everything there comes
Yes.
a balance. There's a balance that you have to have a good balance of anything it is that you're doing in life. And if you don't balance it like anything else, it can consume you, and it will consume you. You know what I mean?
Let me
I
ask y'all
think
this.
I think
Do y'all think that, let's say if y'all was single or whatnot, or maybe something that y'all seen, you guys think women have unrealistic expectations now due to social media, like towards men? You think?
I think
Of
it's
course.
been enhanced. I think it's been heightened and enhanced. I think they've always had that, but now they have an excuse to have it.
Yeah.
And now they have a reason to go and put that and try to bestow that pressure on their man.
I
You
agree.
know,
So,
and the
son, I
reason I
think
was
it's
asking that because I keep
generational.
hearing and I see stuff on social media, and it's always like the same answers when they ask the lady what she wants in a man. I hear the same shit.
What's that?
Because they
6 feet and taller,
their brains is being
6
warped into that.
figures.
You got to
Certain
think
body
about it.
careers. A woman, they said, I heard something today. It said a woman doesn't care that a man makes money. A woman doesn't want a man that makes money. They want a man that's spending his money. It's a difference.
Yeah.
They want a simp. So in other words, they want a simp.
Or a trick.
They want a trick or a simp. Yeah, it's definitely fucking them up, man, because it kind of goes back to what I said earlier about with Shorty that was complaining about dude sent her $30 for lunch and she was complaining about the shit.
Yeah.
And the other females on that panel was agreeing with the shit.
Because they got their little dog pound, man. That's what it is. They create a group of followers where everybody is on the same trend. It's like previously 10 years ago, you never heard nobody talking about or having an issue with somebody going 50-50. Then all of a sudden now it becomes trendy. That's the problem with social media. A lot of that time it's no facts behind the shit. It's no relevance behind the shit. It's just trendy. So if right now the new trend is, oh, we're gonna do this, everybody following that trend. And that's why we hear so frequently. That's why on your algorithm you'll see it on there where more women is talking about, not going 50 or not wanting to go 50-50 and this and that and other. And you got a lot of dudes, the way they maneuvering on there is creating the followers, it's creating content, it's entertainment, but at the same time it's warping brains, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's why you see so much of it. You see so much of the same shit on there because everyone is going through the same feeds. Everybody's going through the same social media sites. That shit it's like anything else. Too much consumption of anything will be bad for you.
But that's because that's like my G Cornell said, it's the algorithms, because the algorithms, we already know how them shits work. If you not clicking and you not hitting that like button and you not watching more of that type of content, you ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that much of that particular content. You see what I'm saying? So the more people are like, yo, this is what we want to see, that's more of what the fuck they're gonna show. And unfortunately, sometimes the wrong shit just goes viral, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we get stuck with seeing, because I be seeing a lot of shit on my Facebook algorithm. I'm like, why the fuck? All right, I watched one video. I don't even remember hitting the like button on the fucking video, but all of a sudden, this is all the shit I see all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta like pause the niggas for 30 days or whatever the fuck they be asking you your options is or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, like, that's just what it is. And sometimes what gets put out there is what we actually create inadvertently. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is, man. That's how that algorithm.
Well, a lot of times, what do you do when some people don't have a brother or a sister or a homie to go to, but they have access to their social media platforms?
Yeah, that's where that's where a lot of their relevance come from.
Yeah, a lot of I've been able to connect with a lot of my lost family members and relatives through social media. I've been able to figure that out, but at the same time, it is a catch-22, because what about those who don't have that access or have that person that they can connect with off of social media, where they can get that shit off their chest? So now they're almost they have no choice but to go and post it. And then there might be some regret and say, well, I should have did that. But then but then they might get attacked for letting their true feelings out on social media. Maybe their dad abuses them. Maybe they're in an abusive relationship. So now that woman will post, I'm tired of my relationship, whatever like that. And then she's being attacked from other people on social media saying, well, what did you do to get abused? Is it this? So it's just, it has to be a healthy way of using a platform like that. Because if it's not, it's definitely going to destroy it.
I remember when Facebook came out, you couldn't even send requests to people back in the day unless they were family or friends, and it had to be almost kind of verified. And you know what I mean? MySpace back then, I mean, you could request anybody. Facebook was supposed to be the kind of way of not being able to just have access to anybody. But now, like what Cornell has on the screen right here, you know, that is bad, man. It's easy to flirt with people, send secret messages. You can reconnect with an ex. You can do it all, man, off of social media.
Yo,
And it's
let me
easy.
tell
Motherfucker move across the country. You can still find them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All through
Yo.
social media.
Yo, the craziest shit, son. I saw this video the other day. I'm gonna touch on what Cornell said. He said, yo, easy access to flirting, secret messaging, and whatever the fuck else, right? The secret messaging shit. You know what's crazy, son? The new what they're doing right now, right? I don't know if y'all niggas be using it, but this is how I be like using my recipes. Like when I create recipes, I'll be on like the notes, like the little notes and shit on how we have on our phones.
Or WhatsApp.
No, not WhatsApp. Fuck all that WhatsApp shit. No messaging app whatsoever. It's the notes. There's a way that they figured out. This is how much social media and all of this messaging shit fucked up. Like fucked up the whole like how we communicate and the whole secret messaging and access to flirt and shit. There's a new way that people are doing, right? The niggas done figured it out to how to message people through the messenger app, not the messenger app, the notes app on your phone. It's not even messenger. Niggas go through your notes, and what they do is because I share recipes with people that's like, yo, hit me with a recipe for this, da da da. And that's the new way that they actually like message and communicate with each other is through
I've heard that before.
It's not even messaging, my nigga, like because the fact that you can share information, they just discovered the fact that, you know what, this is how I could cheat and get away with it because ain't nobody, my significant other, ain't they checking for message apps or like WhatsApp, like you said, or Facebook Messenger. Nah, ain't nobody spots checking for on their fucking notes. And this is the new form of communication on people's phones nowadays is through the notes app on your motherfucking phone now, bro. Crazy. And that's another form of social. They using it, or rather abusing it as a new form of social media and communicating. And like I said, Cornell, he put the secret messaging shit. I'm glad he said that because that's how they secretly messaging each other is through fucking notes now. It ain't even got nothing to do with social media now. The niggas that got creative. Real shit.
Well, I guess the biggest flaw is it's hard to decipher what's real and what's fake, and that's on all levels. You know, like if your homie's fake posting about his business is doing good, or if he's saying, "Yo, my music is popping, I just got a deal," or you know, what I'm saying whatever he wants to project as a hallucination, he can project that for as long as he wants. And the only way you're going to find out if these factors are true is if you personally run into him or see him. And I think a lot of
believe
times
that. Let me tell you why, son. Look, I don't remember this nigga name, but he was on that Pop the Balloon shit, right? And he's a well-known like blogger or whatever the fuck you call these niggas. Nigga posted a video of himself getting out of a helicopter. Y'all probably seen the video. He got out of
I saw him.
And the helicopter, when you zoom out, the helicopter was sitting on the fucking wood pallet.
On the thing.
Like it wasn't even on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell like when the video started, he actually just like they was like, I start filming like action, and he didn't really get out of the helicopter, but it's like you said, niggas be stunting for the
Bow Wow did it. Bow Wow. You remember social media called
gram, right?
Social media called Bow Wow on it.
Now that's fake. That's the fake part. But the real shit is the fuckery. The fuckery is what I was talking about.
Hey, Reflection, I know you was talking about the social media and that part. I'm gonna kind of pull it back to the relation part stuff of social media. Not so much the rap and niggas faking on social media. I wanted to show y'all a video real quick because it was back to like the subject where I was asking about like the norms of like kind of what women are stating, what they're looking for in social media and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But it'll make sense when I show you the video.
This is the reason why so many career-driven women have problems in the dating world. A lot of these women aren't staying in their physical lane or their mental lane when it comes to the men. Because now you want these men that make all this here money, and do all of these here things for you, which is a very small percentage of men. If you say, I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%, half of them gay, or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, this is Leos or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the dating world, because they're unrealistic for their dating pool.
You know
Yo,
what I'm
that's
saying?
the realest shit I heard today.
See what I'm saying?
And that is facts.
I mean,
That is facts. And then when you're a high caliber man, women, let's say women are following you on social media and they see how well you're doing. They see how well you're projecting and managing your finances. They see that you're a family man, you're a father guy. They want you to still at your level, DM them and seek them out. I'm not big on, I'm not saying I've never done it. I'm not big on DMing no female in hopes of anything on social media. I'm not giving her that honor. I'm not giving her that attention. And I'm not going to be in the mix with other guys that's DMing her in that same thing. If you feel like I'm that caliber man that you want and you need a foundational guy, you should step outside your lane of your comfort zone and DM me and say, hey, I see what you're doing. I like that, blase, blase. It started, or maybe you should like some of my posts. Maybe you should like some of my, I'm not saying my ignorant stuff. I'm talking about positive stuff, being a father, good, taking my kids to school, picking them up, loving, like maybe you should like some of that just to kind of give me a hint, because some women don't know how to holler at a guy because she feel like we're supposed to holler at them. So they don't know how to do that. But if I'm of that level, if I'm that high caliber guy, and I'm moving financially righteous and everything, and I get a proper foundation, most women still don't want to get at you or go in your DMs or holler at you. They want you to still go and holler at them. But why would I holler at you if you're not of my level?
And that's a real thing. I mean, some of them don't want to accept that though.
They don't want to accept it.
You hear sometimes a lot of women say stuff like they won't date a man unless he make what she make, if not more. Or I'm not, the number one thing they always say is I'm not settling. It'll be motherfucker 4'10", 400 pounds talking about she not settling. Like this shit be crazy sometimes. You know what I mean? But if you a man,
bring it closer,
you check a lot of the boxes and you the prize, you still supposed to be chasing them.
Well, I was shooting a music video. You guys were present. Some of you guys were present for this music video for this former artist I had. So that was the only time I stepped outside my lane and I DM'd some females, right? But if you check the DMs, I kept it very professional because I didn't want any of my messages to be screenshotted. But I selected a few women on my social media, and I requested if they could come to the video shoot. Well, one female in particular, very attractive young lady, she African American woman, very attractive. And you know what she told me? She said, I'm in the medical field and I'm on the school council, and she said I can't be seen in that light. She already assumed that I wanted her in the video in some booty shorts and twerking. She didn't even ask what is she going to be doing in the video. She just immediately said, well, I'm in the medical field, I'm on school council, and I can't be seen in that light. But then you go on her social media profile and she's laying in her bed in her lingerie. And it just threw me for a loop to say, why would you say you got to watch your image, but you're posting on your social media yourself in your lingerie in the very risque position on social media. And it just blew my mind to let me know and I'm not women bashing, but a lot of women, they don't understand how they move on social media in retrospect to how they move in real life. So they're just cookie cutter person in real life at the job and everything. But then soon as they get home, they become this whole new different Pamela Anderson on social media. So what type of respect do you think I'm going to give you when I see you display yourself like that? To me, that's a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
Let me
Hey,
So
ask y'all
that's
this.
what I'm saying about it.
Hey, real quick.
Would y'all
Hey,
ever
real
ask
quick.
a woman? Would y'all ever ask a woman you're dating, if it's a serious relationship, would you ever ask a woman to delete her social media?
Hell no.
I would not. I would never do that because it does serve some sort of purpose. But
You even
I
think she
would.
will do it even if you did ask her?
Yeah, I
Do you
don't think
think
she
she got
would.
that much
It's yeah,
pull?
no, she
If you
would.
say, babe,
Yeah,
I
you
just don't
asking
care
for
for
trouble.
social media.
You
I
asking
don't
for
want you on
trouble,
there
bro.
like that.
Yeah, you asking for trouble. You asking a female to delete her social media. You asking because she gonna find other ways. Now she gonna be sneaking around,
Right.
going behind your back to compensate for the shit that you asked her to totally delete. You know what I'm saying? And
That
that's
lets you know
that's
how
not
much
gonna be
control
good.
social media has over your woman now.
That's
Yeah,
man,
those
bad.
days
It's
are
bad.
going on all levels. Any level of protecting and salvaging and watching over your relationship, do through or around social media. I think it's those days are done. It's not going to happen because there's so many behind the door outlets and backdoor outlets on social media that they can use. It's going to be a cat and mouse.
Hey yo,
It's a lot. It's
That boy Don
let me touch
say,
on something
if
you
that's
said real
his
quick.
wife, Don said if that's his wife, and he asked you to get rid of that social media, you damn right she better listen.
Hey,
good luck to him.
Don is
Yeah,
married though. Don married though, so that's a different situation. But I wanted to touch on something that reflection said, like when you ask, like with the whole the fuck was it? Damn, I'm bugging the fuck out right now.
When I was doing the video shoot,
When you
and I
sit up there and you say, why would a woman? There's two reasons why she would probably shut that shit down. Number one, she probably not fucking with you like that. That's number one. Number two is
no,
that
she called me king. No, she
hold
called me
on,
king
hold
in
on.
times
Let me
past.
finish answering.
So she was.
Let me finish answering. The second reason why I wanted to point out was I've seen like, and I think we've all seen these posts or these videos, right? Where these teachers, right? It be these teachers with wild figures. You know what I'm saying? With wild booty hanging out and all kind of wild shit. And then they lose their job because they social media. And I know you said they got risque photos or she or whoever, like the person that you talking about in
Right.
particular, right? But when you have somebody certain people, there's certain people where people are paying attention to them. So if whether you a school teacher or you know what I'm saying or whatever, like I've seen the school teachers, I've seen at least 3 where I'm like, well, goddamn, like, why are you teaching? You could be making more money over here doing this or whatever the fuck it is. But people get in their feelings and they're like, yo, a teacher shouldn't be dressed like that. And all the women had on was tight jeans, but it was because of their figure. The school was like, yo, we don't want nothing to do with it. And they lose their job. And it's like you said, yo, it's not like, you know, from a professional standpoint, yeah, there are people out there that they risk losing their professional life by putting
Well,
their
look at the flight
in
stewardess.
a certain light. There are people that will lose their shit. And maybe
Huh?
to her, she just didn't think that it was worth the risk. And or like I said, the first time she wasn't really fucking with you like that.
Well,
It could be either or.
we did have somewhat of a social media rapport, right?
Right.
There was a rapport, and then it was a DM or two that exchange, but it wasn't trying to get at each other. It was just on a particular topic. And through that she said thank you king and some other stuff, so that kind of gave me a comfort level to reach out to her to be in the video, so it wasn't like there was no correspondence and I just reached out to her for the first time. There was some correspondence that allowed me to say, cool, I think the situation is comfortable enough to reach out to her. Now she had a right to say no, but it just floored me that she's in the medical field and she's on the school board She used those things to deflect, saying no thank you, or what will I be doing, or I'd rather not. If you're supposed to be an adult woman, I expect you to respond in an adult fashion. And most of these women don't respond in adult fashions. They respond as kids, they respond as children. But yet they call themselves queens on social media constantly, but they don't act like adults.
I don't subscribe to that queen talk. I'll tell you that right
I
now.
subscribe to
Yeah, I
that.
don't either. I don't. I think it's just a verbiage. I don't even subscribe to the king
Sims
talk.
doing that shit, bro. Only Sims be on that protect our queen shit, man.
Because they're trying to they're trying to get it in their head so they can continue to get that play, or whatever's transpiring between the two of them. They want to make sure they have that avenue open. I don't even transpire.
That's definitely a topic for another discussion. That's a whole podcast in itself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's a whole podcast in itself.
I can go all night.
Crazy shit, all that queen shit.
But yes, I'm a strong believer in the understanding that if social media is not properly handled and not properly filtered, it can hamper and destroy your outlook and focus on life in general, in all aspects.
So let me ask y'all this then. So we always had dating apps out there. That's been around for a while. Do you think social media today is the new dating app without being on? Remember a long time ago, what was the first one? Match and eHarmony and all that shit. Like people don't even have to subscribe to those no more. You just need an Instagram account, a Facebook account, a TikTok account.
I do believe so.
Account, a regular account. Is that the new dating apps now?
Yeah.
It's been like that for a while.
Yeah.
I just think it depends on the people, because certain people be trying to slide. That's why we got slide in your DMs and all that kind of shit, right? But the people that be on like whatever the fuck the legitimate websites where they date and they gotta create a profile and they not catfishing, they not sliding in DMs. They doing it the legit way. So I think what it is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got certain people it's like I said earlier, where now the new shit is niggas is cheating through the notes app on your phone. The people that's on eHarmony not sliding in DMs and not trying to sneak around in they notes on their phone. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely the new wave of social media, like dating apps, but I think only certain people are using it that way.
And that'd be the cold part. Like y'all say, like, okay, let's say the social media is considered the new dating app. I've been seeing the stuff now. Let's say like everybody out, all y'all single. Okay, y'all, and you know, of course we see millions of women on social media every damn day. You know what I mean? And you know the ones that's looking for attention. Yeah. Y'all slide in the DM, or maybe y'all gave them a compliment in the comment section. And then you got the women, so they're more important. I mean, they're not important. Let me take that back. They're more concerned about the clout than it really is about this guy.
Yeah.
Like y'all could just say, I think you're gorgeous, I think you're pretty, I think you this and that. Hey, I like the old school ways. You know, I love to take you out sometime, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Why do you as the man, why do you got to get blasted for that? Why does that got to be shared that hey, look, this nigga trying to get at me? Because
it co-signs them. And that's the new drug. For a woman to be co-signed, and she can publicly display your personal affection and attraction to her. She gets more out of letting the world know that, because to her, that's her new drug. Women love attention. They love to be adored. So yeah, they'll risk a good guy that's really trying to reach out to them.
So you know what's gonna happen now is, you know, back in the day when you went on a date, just say y'all might not have been in a relationship. Maybe y'all hooked up and went down that night or whatever, right? What's now, and then they always told men, you don't speak on it, right? You don't speak on the women. Shit, stay behind closed doors. You don't put her on blast. I think now we're about to start leading into that. The more they clout chasing, I think that they start to expose men and like, oh, this guy tried to get at me, or this man. and he might be innocent, man. He a man. He's supposed to get at
Yeah.
you. You're a woman,
Well,
right?
it's a perfect example
But
of
what's
what you're
going to
talking
happen
about,
is
fam.
it's not going to be quietly as kept anymore. I think men going to start coming out like, yeah, I smash.
Yo, look,
Yeah, I
the
fuck.
perfect
Yeah.
example of what
You
you're
want to
talking
blast?
about.
When the men start doing that, then all that shit gonna stop.
Yeah, it's gonna change quick. It's
Hey,
gonna
the
change quick.
perfect
The table's
example,
gonna be turned.
the perfect example of what Ben's is talking about is you be seeing these new videos, right? You be seeing all these videos of chicks be like thirst trapping dudes in the gyms. Dudes don't even be thinking about these chicks in the gyms. They just put a camera right there and be like, look at this nigga. Dude ain't even thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what you're talking about, fam. Dudes ain't even thinking about these females, but they exposing dudes, supposedly exposing dudes that's trying to holler at them and they thirsting over them. Nah, ain't nobody fucking thinking about
Like,
you.
man, you can't win.
Yeah, you can't win, son. That's exactly
you're a man.
what I'm talking
She's
about.
a woman. Isn't that what men do? If you single, that's what single men do, right?
Yeah.
They gonna shoot their shot. That's what they supposed to do. Now I get if y'all want to throw him on the bus because the man being on the down low, he over here hollering at a nigga, you want to blast him? Okay, I get all that.
Right.
Why are you blasting the dude from holler at a man, which is man's nature, anyways? That's what we do.
That's what we do.
What's the problem? Basically. It's nature.
And they wonder why we don't holler at them no more.
And this is why it's changed. I'm glad you said that because now they got all these little YouTube shows now where they got a bunch of women going to all these singles meetings and saying men aren't showing up. It's like 90% women, 10% men. Guys don't even care for that shit no more. Now you put men in a position where they don't even want to get at you.
Yeah.
Well, now you can't even watch their story without them wanting to run and tell that.
Hey, shout out to Pacific Cali, man. And she right. She said, I thought women love to be pursued. Well, a nigga can't even pursue you no more because y'all want to put him on blast for pursuing you.
Yeah.
So what is he supposed to do?
It's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I hate pursuing women at times. I got this show tomorrow. I definitely want y'all on that one because I got a title about this woman who went viral talking about you can't take her on a coffee date. You know what I'm saying? So it just showing you where this dating and this talking to women and pursuing women is going to. You can't even get to know them no more unless you dropping $400-500 on dinner and doing the most with the woman you don't know. So if she does become your woman, what separates your woman from a random ass woman you met just for one day? If you taking her $500 dinners, that is true. That is true.
Gonna be like, nigga, this ain't nothing special. You did it for this random ass broad. There go the first argument in your relationship right there that she will throw in your face.
Well, it'll be influenced off of social media before she ever brings it to you, and that's another issue. A lot of times before your partner even bring the situation to you, they've already discussed it with somebody else on social media.
Yep. So, well, yeah, man. Oh, hold on, Steph trying to come back in.
So it just has to be.
In y'all opinion, what do you do? What do y'all do? Like, how have to. Let me ask you, Stephanie, since you logged back in.
Yeah.
As a man, if a man reaches out to you, let's say Facebook, Instagram, however he does it through social media, right? Why does that need to be blasted that he reached out to you to pursue you, or just to show interest in you? Why do women do that?
So it doesn't need it. It's not that it needs to be blasted. So I'll blast somebody for two scenarios, and I'm going to tell you just from recent. So there's a bunch of thirsty ass dudes. I think some of them might even be that catfish, scenario, and the stuff that they say is really like out of pocket, like disrespectful, and it's super dehydrated, right? So in that scenario, like I told this dude, I was like, don't message me, like, you know what I mean? On my social media, you can't just message me. If I don't know you, you got to send me like a request and go through like a process to even get to my messages, right? But So anyway, so I get this message request, and then on the original message, it was like, "Hey, do you remember me from elementary school?" So I was like, "Okay." So that's
Oh
why I
my
was like,
God.
"Okay, I'll accept this." But then it ended up being somebody I don't even know, and it was just some thirsty ass, disrespectful stuff. So I didn't blast him because I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but I just wanted him because I kept telling him stop messaging me. Like it wasn't like one or two messages; it was like 50 to 100 messages every day. Like
But
that's so crazy. That's unnecessary. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
I get. I
So
mean,
in
I
that
get.
scenario,
I'm talking about something legit, not catfishing. Because
yeah.
when we talk
Well,
about
yeah.
catfishing, it
Mhm.
first of all, when it comes to
I don't know if it was
catfishing,
a catfish.
it's
I just think
more
it was.
it's more women that's going to catfish themselves, based because women
Mhm.
are always considering about what they look like. It's based off looks. That's why they add all
Yeah.
the filters and all the shit.
Yeah.
Men going to
Mhm.
catfish you based on how much money they say they got. That's how they
Mhm.
catfish women.
Mhm.
They look like they winning in life and they not really winning. They live at their mom house, but don't have a job. It
Mhm.
just ain't what it is. This nigga might have won
Yeah.
a sports bet today, so he just got money for today. Broke the rest of the year. Just like how broke people they show off money during tax season.
Yeah.
What about the next 10 months? Broke.
Yeah.
Women catfish on looks, men catfish on money.
Well, I think, and I'll tell you another experience. So there, I
Perfectly
kind of
fine.
message back and forth with a gentleman, and he's super consistent. He's very respectful. He's like a dude that like he would be a good husband one day, right? And but when your heart ain't there, right? It's like how do you voice that without like hurting somebody's feelings? Uh, but I and this dude's he's very respectful, very just like a husband, very consistent, like every day. And I'd be feeling bad because I'm not like my heart just ain't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I think he would make a good husband, to be honest with you. And I didn't throw him under the bus like what's his name, but I just think with like even the conversation we're having right now, it's very far in between where you find somebody that's consistent and who values you enough to think about you every day without fail, in the morning. Good morning. Just little basic dumb shit, that little dumb basic shit matters, and it's very far in between. And
See, and that's the
I
thing.
feel
Like
bad, but
you do get people that say, "Hey, good morning. Hey, just thinking about you. Hey, beautiful." All this kind of
mhm,
stuff. I get it for on a woman perspective that she probably got a shitload of that in her DMs with men
mhm.
saying the same exact
Good
shit.
Lord.
I
Of
get
course,
that.
and we
So
do,
then, like,
but not consistently.
but it takes away from the guy that's actually being genuine, who's really saying that to you, who
Yeah.
really do
Mhm,
care to say good
Yeah.
morning, how you doing, how your day going. He might really mean that shit.
Yeah.
Then y'all get with a man in a relationship, and he don't say none of that shit to y'all. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Ain't no good morning. All
Yeah.
right, I'll see
Well,
you when
for
I get
me,
off to work.
I'm not
I'll see you when I
dating
get
or
home.
talking to nobody like on that level. I got a lot going on with work and classes and stuff. So, moving. I got so much going on. I don't have time to be with anybody. And I get what you're saying. Like it could take away from that. But for me, I think because to be honest with you, I ain't never experienced anything like that. To be honest with you, I ain't never had somebody genuinely every day without fail, like first thing when you wake up, think about me every day. You know what I
Well,
mean?
he
Like
might not say that
that for
shit to
me.
you every day, but I'm just meaning like, here and there, he says little shit like that. There's a lot of
Yeah,
And
women
he's
in
very
relationships right
genuine with it.
now that gets none of that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No days.
No, and I understand that, but I'm just saying for me because I think because it's something that I've never experienced. Uh, it's just different. It's the complete opposite of what I'm used to. Does that make sense?
All right,
So how do
listen,
you?
check this out. I'm gonna read two comments to y'all real quick. Pacific Cali say she think women blast dudes because she's not interested, but then Cornell say women blast dudes because they think they have options.
Facts.
And I
The latter.
I
facts.
think that both of those
Facts.
The
statements
latter.
could be true in different scenarios. That's correct. If I'm being honest with you, completely
I
honest.
do get what Callie saying,
Yeah,
blasting because you're
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be fucking funny and you're looking for attention and you trying to get attention off that man expense. And he could be genuine.
No,
And you
no,
could at
I
least
don't.
be a
We
woman that
don't
can
think
say,
like
hey,
that. Women don't think
I'm
like
not
that, though.
interested, whatever. But you rather put him on blast for attention. Cornell
No,
come
it's
on
more
and
of
say,
like if you're
no, because
harassing
they
me.
think, hold on real quick. Cornell come on to say, because a lot of women think they got options, because you get fooled by the internet. You get fooled by
I mean,
social
everybody
media.
has options. Let's be real. You got options.
But you got a lot of fake options. There's a lot.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing.
But we
this
know
is the
that.
thing. See, a lot of women don't. A lot of women don't. They think. Remember at the beginning of the show when we were talking, I was like, we were talking about social media. And I said every woman. No, I didn't say every woman. I said you got all these women on here thinking they 10s. That's why you see so many women taking pictures, selfies. And she can't even go to a restaurant with doing a selfie. She can't even have a drink at a bar without her taking a sip of her sipping on a fucking drink. She can't go to her kid's game without her taking a selfie of herself in the goddamn bleachers. Like, goddamn. A nigga can't take you on a trip without you taking a selfie, but you don't even want to put the nigga in the picture with you who paid for the fucking trip. Like, the shit is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Yeah.
The shit weird as
I think you do have some people that kind of block out, but I think you also have people that
doing that shit, right? They don't know I'm looking. I'm sitting right behind them at the table, and I be looking like, no lie, in my mind, I just be like, I'm just gonna watch this shit. Look at this weird ass bitch. All the faces, all the selfies, all of that shit looks stupid as fuck. You do not realize how dumb you look. It looks dumb.
Yeah.
Ladies, check this out. And I'm gonna stand on this. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. That shit looks stupid.
I'll second that.
I'll second
that. I think some women do it because they
it's the same picture.
Like I got a couple of friends that literally like didn't have no self-worth. So now they have that self-worth, and in some instances they do it for that. But I agree with what you're saying. There's obviously a time and a place, and it's kind of like doing too much when you're kind of going overboard with, you know what I mean? I get you.
Okay.
I think a lot of
they do that to be messy because they think the dude got a girl.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you be honest, a lot of women open that man's DM and they go down his page and go into his photos and pictures to make a final decision if he's attractive enough for them or not. It doesn't matter really if his looks. They trying to see if he have kids. They trying to see if he's financially based. They're trying to see everything before they give that final decision. Women don't want a man that's attractive as they are or of that level.
No, that's
because
not true.
when he's out, they don't want that attention. They don't want him getting that type of traffic from other women. If you look at most women's relationships, their male counterpart is not Brad Pitt. A woman don't want her man getting that type of level of attention.
We don't think about that. We don't think
that's why most women
like
date under. Well, most women date under the looks of the radar. Most women date under the radar. If you be honest.
You kind of got a point on that. I have seen the women. They will be quick to fuck the Brad Pitt guy, right?
Yeah, that's just quick to sex, but it's not a relationship.
They think is a 10.
Yeah, but that's
but everybody doesn't have the same views and the same values.
That's not who they get in a relationship with.
Yes.
Some people don't view looks and physical as value. That's not what makes a person have value.
How many women
value? But it's the insecurity, it's the attention, it's all of that shit that come with it.
Hold on. How are you tying the insecurity into that though? If this is somebody that constantly posts themselves and all that, you know, insecurity would be like somebody
because a woman wants all of that male's attention bestowed upon her because she knows if she feels she's a 10 and he's a 10, how is she going to keep his undivided attention? This is just her thought process. How many women are going to desire to be and marry Chris Brown comfortably? And I'm not saying everybody like
Chris Brown. If you had Chris Brown right now,
I don't think all women.
If Chris Brown was your boyfriend right now, Stephanie, right now, you would not feel comfortable when that man step out that house without you every day.
At all.
You're gonna always have something in the back of your fucking head. More than the average man. You're going to naturally feel that way because you already know women. Every time you step out the door, women are throwing themselves at him. Not just throwing.
I think even if it crosses
they throwing themselves out at him to fuck.
Yeah.
Get your phone number. Oh, let's kick it. Let's go to dinner. They're throwing themselves out the fuck. Let's just keep it honest.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? And my thing is this, like, and y'all don't have, I mean, everybody is different. And I mean, there's shit that y'all have said that before I was like, yeah, right, women, that's not a thing. But it is a thing. I can't speak for nobody else. I think that everybody is so fucking different based off their experience, their upbringing, right? For me, I don't see all this crazy shit. Again, I believe y'all that a lot of women do shit like that. But at the end of the day, it's inevitable. It's human nature for people to say, okay, this person's attractive, or this woman is attractive, and it's inevitable. You're gonna, even if you were married, you're gonna get people that just are like that, right? And we can't control that. But we gotta just trust the person that we're with. You're correct, though. It is a thing, and I think social media is more like a dating app now, right? If I can screen record my messages, and I swear I do not open. I only opened that those two messages because I thought it was somebody I knew from elementary school, and then this other dude's messages because this dude was like consistent for like 6 months straight. So I was like, damn, So, but if I screen recorded, I do not open the messages. I don't look at nobody's. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't even have time to do all that. You know what I mean? And I know what it is. I know fucking what guys want. I know how they think, and I'm not gonna entertain that. If you're with somebody and they entertain that, there's nothing you could do about it. That's what they're gonna do. But for me, it's like I don't have control over it, and I would rather do that so I could see how you move, so I know what I'm gonna do moving forward. I'm not gonna fight. You can't fight for something or try to force something that doesn't want to be kept. Straight up. That's how I feel about it. You could try to take their social media away. You could try to do everything on the motherfucking planet. And a shady, scandalous motherfucker is a shady. That's part of their character. That's part of who they are.
But that's how
we must
and
admit,
you show me that now. Save me the headache. Show me now, and I'll bounce. It's nothing to me. I'm not going to fight for nobody. I won't even speak on it.
If she
You
popular,
won't even know. I'll just keep it pushing, and I won't even tell you that I know.
If she popular on social media, I don't want her. If she got a lot of followers, I don't want her. If you showing your ass, I don't want you. You doing this every day?
That's kind of dumb because everybody got social media and everybody follows everybody.
No, they don't. There's a lot of women on social media. They should be modest. And even with single moms, they just on there.
Even if you got followers, not everybody got followers because they're showing their ass on TV.
Listen, you got single moms on there. I thought this was her page, but her page is full of her kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Respectable. Like, I don't want, if it's all the extras, I don't want it. If you're doing selfies every day, because I know you're only doing that to seek attention, you know what the fuck you look like. You look in the mirror every day. You put that makeup on every day. It's the same picture.
Yeah, but you can't compare apples with oranges. It's one thing if you're showing your body parts and you know what I mean? That's one thing. And if you want to post a selfie, I mean, you're free to post a selfie. It's whatever. But it's how you
think about it like this.
How
think about the nigga that's in the gym.
Thirst trapping, that's a whole different level.
Think about the nigga in the gym that's real cocky, and he take a picture every fucking day of himself with the same pose like this every day with his shirt off every day. Y'all gonna be like, God damn, here you go again. That's how men feel when we see women taking these fucking selfies every day. Like, God damn. Okay, we get it. Even if she's an attractive woman, we get it. Okay, you're pretty. What else do you do in life? Like, what else do you show me about you outside of your face in a selfie? Like, what do you do day to day?
See, my whole thing is why is your attention so focused on what the fuck that they got going on?
Because we're men.
We're men. What the fuck?
That's my question. Because really,
I'm trying to help you out and tell you not to do the shit.
No, it shows us where your focus is.
You losing my focus. You losing my focus.
If you notice somebody's posting everyday selfies, I mean, how much are you on social media?
People, because when they post selfies every day and they constantly taking pictures of themselves, those are the people that's always coming down your timeline because they're always posting something. That's why.
Yeah,
they're gonna get more.
They
get more visibility than a person that just posts every once in a while. If she's posting 5-6 times a day, of course you're gonna see it nonstop.
Yeah.
You don't gotta look for it.
But you could just scroll past it.
No, but you're misunderstanding the point. You can't ask. You can't say why are we paying attention. Why the fuck? If you never post something for people to see, we would never see it. When you
Exactly.
posting shit 5-6 times a day and you posting the same exact shit, because I'm gonna tell you like this: me, Benz, and a few people that we know, like mutuals, we got mutuals that I'm like, yo, every video you post is the same exact shit. Only difference
I be posting shit when I'm
in
at
the
school, when
background.
I'm at work.
Hold
I be
on, hold
talking
on, hold
shit.
on, hold on. The only difference is the song playing in the background, but everything is.
That's it.
Yo,
It
come
ain't like
on,
that
man.
though.
How many
No.
fucking videos of that shit you gonna post, man? You still look this fucking same as you did 20 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and
And
20 minutes
yesterday,
before that,
and
and
last
20 minutes
week.
before
I
that.
think people post it because they can, because it's their shit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, of course you
You know what I
can,
mean?
but you can't ask. Look, of course you can, but you can't ask why. Oh, the real question is why we all up in a business. We not in a business. When y'all posting this shit all day,
On
what
a
else,
social
what else we
platform.
gonna see?
Are you guys? But
Th-
hold on. Are they posting like thirst traps? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no. That's what you
Or
try to
just
turn it as.
random?
Random ass shit. Random ass. Fuck you, Don. Hey, hey, you know what I'm talking about. But look, when Ben said that, you was like, yo, when you talked about the thirst trap
That's what I
shit.
said, Steph. Mm-hmm.
You said you talking about the thirst trap shit. It's not about just the thirst trap. Some women just can't get enough of themselves and just post that shit all fucking day. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about the dude in the gym posting
Yeah.
the same bicep. Nigga, your bicep didn't get any bigger today.
Yeah.
It's the same bicep like that you posted
And
on.
you know what's crazy about that? It's
I
even
think it
worse.
depends. I think because I post different stuff, so it depends what I'm posting. And I think a
But
lot of
that's you
people
though.
that are on my thing, they know a lot about like just my situation. And I think for me, it's like because most people in my position would fall the fuck off. To be honest with you, shit is not easy every day. But I get up and I show up every day and I make it happen, like no matter what. You know what I mean? And I think for me,
My
it's
thing,
just
my
it's just,
thing
I mean,
is,
I think it just depends who it is and what they're posting, and everybody got their
my
own reason.
thing.
Some people love themselves, some people are thirsty. It just
If you're
depends.
if you're in a real relationship, why do you give social media that much of your time?
Exactly.
No, and I agree with
Yeah.
that, but I'm
It
not in
makes
a
no
relationship.
sense because I know a lot of relationship couples are on social media way too fucking much.
That
Mhm.
attention, man, is a drug.
Yeah, like mine, I deactivate mine here and there. Like right now, I deactivated my shit just
Attention is a
because
drug, man.
Nah,
Man, my man.
it just
use it.
depends who
Use
you're
it.
asking. You know?
Hey, but real quick, look, Cornell said, I just want to touch on Cornell. He said, women blast dudes, right? Because they think they have options. That kind of touches on the video that Ben showed. Like when you think you got options, you like, I don't want this, I want that. It's the same thing when you go to a restaurant, you got a menu, you got options, right? You said, I want the
Everybody has
filet,
options.
I want the New York strip, or I don't want the strip, I want the lobster tail. So when you sit there and you go, when you eliminate this, and this, now your options are fucking limited. Well, guess what?
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't doing that. I
When
ain't
a
posting
server
none of
come back
that.
and be like, oh, sorry, but we ran out of lobster tails. Now what you gonna do? You see
You
what I'm
know,
saying? So yeah, a lot of women do think that that's why they put dudes on blast because they think they have options. And it's not
yeah,
entirely their fault because a lot of these niggas be out here simping. But
yeah.
again, like Callie said, Pacific Callie said, yo, women be blasting dudes because she's not interested. Imagine if dudes started blasting women.
Come on.
They should.
It
Imagine when
goes both
Shorty,
ways,
They
but
imagine when
should
Shorty
because some of
said,
these
hey,
girls are
men
thirsty.
don't partake in it
man,
like the women do.
we don't do that to
Y'all,
y'all.
y'all don't want
Yo,
men to get to that level doing that
yeah,
shit to
y'all
women.
don't want
Now
us to
y'all
No,
get
get
to
to
Look,
but
that
that
look at
level.
really,
me.
level.
but
It's
the
gonna be a
Hey,
reality is,
wrap.
we not
but we
interested.
know how
Y'all
dudes
don't
are
want us
as
to
a
do
fact.
that.
You
Like
know
we
it's
can
gonna be
show
a
you
wrap.
receipts, but I never seen nobody show.
Y'all, let
See,
me
like
tell you why it's gonna be a
in
wrap.
the reality,
Listen,
people don't
we
really think.
all adults.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Women, fuck it. Women fuck just like men fuck.
Facts.
Some women
See,
fuck
and I
more
don't
than
believe
men.
that
I
because
got receipts.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm about to land this. You got some women that fuck more than men fuck. And I mean by partner wise. Now, men don't speak about this shit, not publicly.
Yeah.
Women will blast men. Women will say he doing this, he doing it. Girl, watch out for him. He all that bullshit, kid shit. What you think gonna happen when men start flipping the script and doing it? And put your business out there.
They should.
I was with her last week. I fucked. And then this nigga, he don't
But
even
when
know.
it comes to girls, they don't need to because the reality is everybody does. If that's how girls are, everybody just tends to know that that's how they
I was
are.
with her
even without people
yesterday.
speaking on it.
I took her to dinner. Oh, nigga, I took her to lunch. She told me she had to pick her kids up. No, she was rushing to get to the next nigga for dinner. Because that shit does happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of niggas don't like dating no more. That's why dating went down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be
That's
real?
why I don't date because
Niggas
people are
done caught
just
on to the
ain't
games.
it.
It ain't that he don't got no money. It's not that he don't want to kick it with you. It's just niggas done caught on.
Niggas just smarten up.
Yeah, but then you
That's
guys you don't caught on, but then you treat everybody like that, and that's not how it is. It's
Who
kinda fucked
knows?
up.
He might, because he might be a good dude and he might be going into it genuinely trying to, pursue you. But
Hey,
No,
but
but dudes,
playing the
because
games.
dudes have this, dudes let their ego take over, which
Ain't
we
no
all have
nigga
an
playing.
ego.
Listen. It ain't too many niggas playing if he pursuing you, taking you out, spending his motherfucking money he don't work for. Unless he just trick of the year. Ain't too many niggas signing up for just to go blow money and come back home.
Yeah.
That just no.
No,
We ain't
I
signing
understand
up.
that.
But look, well, you gotta
But
understand
that's the
something.
thing. Y'all will take these tricks. Y'all will take these hoes out back to back like it's whatever, and then you'll catch on to it, and then now you got it in your head like everybody's like that. That's
Exactly.
not the
Hey,
case.
the active words is catch on. When Son said, yo, niggas that caught on, right? You say, yeah, niggas that caught on, but every woman is not like that. You can't catch on if not enough women are like that.
I'm not saying not
You know what
enough.
I'm saying? It has to be
A majority
repetitive.
of the women are
It
like
has to
that.
be repeated enough times for you to catch on to something. If you were to do and he's constantly lying, you're gonna catch on to his lies eventually because the nigga's always lying, right? So you can't
That's
say
what I'm saying. I understand the majority of women are like that, but it's fucked up because then you guys
that's
treat
not my
everybody
point.
like
I'm not saying that most women are like that. I'm just saying that you
They
can't
are,
say
though.
most women are not like that because that's the reason why niggas done caught on. It's because a lot of them are like that. So don't say, well, a lot of us are not like that. The reason why we caught on is because the shit is repetitive.
Yeah, and I get that.
I might get fooled one time. If I've ever been tricked one time, trust me, they might get away with it. But eventually, if motherfuckers keep trying to trick me, eventually, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking catch on. That's why I said those are the active words right here. So it doesn't matter that a lot of women and not all women are not like that. We already fucking know that. Not all percent, but y'all gonna catch on the Sims. Y'all deal with enough Sims, you're gonna know. You're gonna see the Sims.
That's it. Don't ask me to do shit. Don't ask me if I want to plan it. Let me plan it. If I offer, let me offer. Do not ask me for shit because I always remember that saying. It said a woman who never asks for anything deserves everything. And that's a real reason, man, for that. Don't ask for shit because it'll make a man want to do for you and take you out and do these things. When you keep asking and begging and all that weird shit, a nigga don't want to do that shit.
None of it.
Do women beg like that though? Do you guys think women do that? Like for real?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'm being serious.
You can't. And Steph, I say this with all due respect. You can't really involve yourself in this type of lifestyle because your lifestyle is non-active in this area.
Yeah.
Y'all really think females do that? Why would you ask?
Like I'm being serious.
If it wasn't
My
real?
circle's so small, like you know what I mean?
Yo, women really deep. Women really be like that sometimes. Like you might not be like that, and a lot of times, and I believe you. I'm gonna keep it a whole million.
How common is it? Is what I'm saying.
Say what?
Like I know it's a thing, but it sounds like it's really like a trend, right? Is it? Would you say
No, it's not a trend.
It's
a common transition.
Yo, there's a certain generation, there's a certain demographic, there's a certain group of people That's what the trend is. Like this is what they doing. You see what I'm saying? It's like some people don't believe niggas be out here cracking credit cards. But guess what? That's a trend. There's a certain group of motherfuckers out here really cracking cards. Everything there's truth. There's a little bit of truth to everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't just write off anything. There's some truth to everything that you'd have heard. The reason why you heard about it is because there's a such thing as it. You see what I'm saying? That's why we heard of this shit. It might not be, some things are more popular than others, but trust me, there's a such thing as this, the same way there's a such thing as that. This shit is happening the same way that shit is happening, except for that shit's happening a little bit more often. And we might hear about it a little bit more often. You know what I'm saying? It might be on social media, niggas posting that shit more often, or women might be posting that shit more often. But guess what? Both of that shit's really happening in reality. That's why I laugh when you was like, yo, do y'all niggas really think that's going on? Fuck yeah. It's really going on.
Hey, that nigga Cordell crazy. He said, this is what women don't understand, Stephanie. It's in a man's nature to want to give to a woman. But when a bitch start begging, fuck her.
Hey.
It's the difference.
You're crazy.
Hey, that might go both ways.
Here he go. Look, this is why he was saying what he was saying yesterday about women and the money and stuff. This is why they be getting them.
Scroll my ass down here.
Here you go.
You're crazy.
Hey, that's what they do on Instagram. Reflection. That's how you get your inbox full, doing that right there. But is he spending it?
Yeah,
girl?
but you gotta put your mouth on an 80-year-old to do all that. No thanks.
Hey, but anybody that's single, I want y'all to look at the comment below. Stephanie Walton say she spoiled every person she was ever in a relationship with. So all my single dudes, man, y'all tap in with Stephanie because she out here spoiling niggas. And
Don't be a simp. Hey, don't be a simp though, Steph. We ain't dumb though. We know what's up.
Shout out,
shut your ass up, man. Mind your business.
You're crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But y'all, with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to an end, man. I appreciate y'all coming on tonight, man, and I appreciate y'all not wavering, but standing on y'all business and what y'all say and how y'all feel.
Yeah,
we'll do it again either tomorrow or another day. I do again want to touch back in about the lady that went viral, said you can't take her on no coffee date. So she expecting 5-course meals, and she 375. So we're gonna talk about that one, man. She's talking about she not settling. So
yeah, fuck that.
I'm bringing a mask out for that one.
That's what we waiting on, man. But yeah, man, shout out. Thank y'all for
Don't bring that mask out.
Appreciate Reflection, Legend.
Hey, thanks for having me.
For sure.
I appreciate it. Good looking up, man.